You're not lazy, you're overwhelmed, and stuck in a loop no one talks about. Have you ever found yourself wanting to start something, anything, but feeling weighed down before you even begin? Maybe you sit at your desk, glance at your to-do list, and suddenly, every little distraction seems more appealing. The hours slip by, and you wonder, why can't I just do it? If you recognize this feeling, know this: you're not alone, you're not broken, you're simply caught in a loop, one that so many of us experience but rarely talk about. If this hits home, take a moment to like and subscribe. This podcast is here to remind you, you're not falling behind, you're just finding your rhythm. Today, let's break it down. Let's talk about why we get stuck, and more importantly, how we can finally start moving forward again. Most people who procrastinate aren't actually lazy. In fact, chances are you care a lot about what you want to do. Sometimes you care so much that it becomes overwhelming. Procrastination isn't a sign of weakness or a lack of ambition. It's often your brain's way of coping with stress, fear, or the pressure of not living up to your own expectations. It's not about time management. It's about emotion management. Think about it. When you're avoiding something important, what's really going on inside? Maybe you're anxious about failing, or maybe you feel overwhelmed just by the size of the task. Sometimes we're scared that if we try and don't succeed, we'll end up disappointing ourselves, or worse, the people around us. So, we put it off. We scroll through our phones, we clean our rooms. We do anything that feels easier, anything that doesn't make us face that discomfort. But then, guilt creeps in. Deep down, you know you're avoiding what truly matters. And the more you avoid, the worse you feel. The worse you feel, the harder it becomes to start. And just like that, you're trapped in a cycle of avoidance, guilt, more guilt. It's exhausting. And if this sounds familiar, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not alone, and you're not broken. But how do you break out of this loop? There are a few steps you can try. Simple but powerful shifts that can begin to change the way you approach the things you've been avoiding. First, pause and gently ask yourself, what am I really avoiding here? Is it the task itself? Or is it something deeper, a fear of failure, a fear of being judged, or the discomfort of starting something unfamiliar? Often we're not avoiding the task, we're avoiding the feeling the task brings. Naming that feeling is the first step, because once you name it, it loses some of its power over you. And suddenly you're not just stuck, you're aware. And awareness is always the beginning of change. Second, take whatever it is you need to do and break it down. And I mean really break it down. Make it so small, so simple that your brain can't say no. Instead of finish the project, just open the document. Instead of write the report, just type one sentence. Instead of clean the whole house, just pick up one thing. When a task feels too big, your brain sees it as a threat. But when you shrink it down, it becomes something manageable, approachable, and that's when things start to shift. Third, give yourself permission to just do the first 2 minutes. That's it. Don't promise yourself an hour. Don't even think about tomorrow. Just commit to starting. Because often the hardest part is simply beginning. And once you're in motion, even for a minute or two, your mind starts to adjust. You'll likely find yourself saying, well, since I've already started, maybe I'll keep going. And that tiny decision, to begin, becomes the doorway to momentum. If any of this resonates with you, just know you're not alone. I've been there too, stuck in the loop, frustrated, feeling behind. But even the smallest shifts, like asking yourself what you're really avoiding, shrinking the task, or simply starting with 2 quiet minutes, can begin to break that cycle. And if this episode gave you even a little clarity, maybe share it with someone else who might need the same gentle reminder today. Because sometimes just hearing "you're not broken" can change everything. This is Timeless Life Talks. And remember, you're not behind, you're just getting started.